And we are green. Evenly start inside line with the edge.
Mark Jackson just slower than Wesley Holland.
Drivers around the corners as long as they hit the
Max on lid. We're racing race number 1.
Over the Top Designs is one of the premier paint shops in all of iRacing. Do you need a special paint scheme for a new season, series, league, or special event? Well, Over the Top can take your design, your idea, your imagination, and create or recreate it into an eye-popping, one-of-a-kind special paint scheme. While we're speaking of one-of-a-kind, Over the Top offers the ability to capture that special moment, paint scheme, or accomplishment in iRacing by creating it into a custom die-cast. Over the Top also offers custom logos, banners, and even hero cards. So go see John and the crew at Over the Top Design for all your needs. You can check them out on Facebook at Over the Top Designs. And remember, don't just look good, look over the top. Good evening, race fans. We're here at Dover Speedway with the Loose Lug Nuts Racing League. Sorry about the delay. There was a update that I had to install before being able to come in here and cover this. So qualifying is almost complete. Scott Patton's taken the top of the leaderboard. The 22.232. Jason Maines just ran a 22.237. You can also see Elliott Sadler, Ken Richardson, and Michael Jeans round out your top 5 as the session for qualifying comes to an end. We'll get ready here for our qualifying grid. All right, taking a look over the top side here, up in the blimp. See, we've got quite a few trucks out there tonight. I believe 28 trucks. Here is your qualifying grid for the evening. Here we go. Taking the pole position, Scott Patton. To his outside is going to be Jason Maines. Elliott Sadler will roll off 3rd, Ken Richardson 4th. 5th will be Michael Jeans, Garrett Potts 6th. Ed Wade 7th, Vernon Markheim 8th. Seth Ryder will be rolling off 9th, while Wally Tierheimer will be starting 10th. Andrew Schulte qualified in 11th, Jason Lance 12th, Judd Danielson 13th, Jeffrey Merck 14th, Brandon Thornhill 15th, Jeff Gilmore 16th, Wesley Whitfield 17th, John Pansula 18th, Hermie Sadler 19th, Trent Drum 20th, Bruce Pearson 21st, Nick Reynolds 22nd, Jared Daniels 23rd, Brad Abbott 24th, Will Prolix 25th, Kerry Cleaver 26th, Hopper Dugas 27th, and James Haney 28th. That is your qualifying grid for this evening's race. As we get ready to kick off another exciting night here in the Loose Lug Nuts Racing Series Back to Blue Truck Series. Could be a great night of racing. Waiting for the command to roll. Drivers are starting to roll out. That's Scott Patton. We got the camera focused on him as he comes up off of pit road and out onto the track. "18 cars took a qualifying lap and the other 10 did not, but we got quite a large field here as we look all the way to the back of the field. Pace car is going to duck on off. We're going to get ready for the green flag here, waiting for the green flag to drop. Green flag is in the air. Off we go. Scott Patton in the number 46 puts the loud pedal to the floor, and off we go into corner number 1. He'll clear Jason Maines. Jason Maines drops down to the inside. Ken Richardson stuck on that outside. The number 29 of Elliott Sadler moves up into the 3rd position on the inside. Michael Jeans now trying to get down to the bottom. Ken Richardson fighting back on the outside. Going to lose a little bit of time here. Off turn 3 and 4. Got to be careful coming off of 3 and 4. You can get loose, get up into that wall as we kind of cycle through the field. Take a look at Wesley Whitfield. So have other cars just now exiting turn 4 all the way back to the front of the field. Scott Patton's going to lead the 2nd lap. Coming to lead his 3rd lap. Jason Maines being shown in the 2nd position. Ken Richardson now falls into line there in the 4th position. Garrett Potts in the 938, rolling that outside. Got to be careful not to get into that wall. Vernon Markheim running in the 10th position as we go. Good battle here for the 10th position. Markheim, Tierheimer, Lance, Merck, and Danielson. Back up towards the front. Scott Patton's kind of gotten a little bit away from these guys here behind him. Jason Maines holding on to that 2nd place. Elliott Sadler with a strong run here in 3rd place. Ted Wade getting a little bit up out of the groove. Trying to make a pass on the number 16, does so. That moves him up into the 5th position. Ken Richardson now back to the 6th position. Seth Ryder, not a name I'm very familiar with, but he is here tonight representing Elliott Sadler Esports. He's running in the 7th position. He'll duck to the inside here against Ken Richardson. Showed the nose down there. We'll see if he can complete the pass as he gets down alongside. Has to kind of get back in line and wait to fight another day here. Ted Wade trying to make a move on the outside of Michael Jeans through 3 and 4. Battles going on all throughout the speedway. Andrew Schulte found his way up into the 9th position. Vernon Markheim still running in the 10th position. Here comes Jeffrey Merck now trying to work his way up into that top 10. Wally Tierheimer falls back 1 position. Now under fire from the number 86 of Jason Lance. Wally Tierheimer kind of shuts the door on Lance there. Just behind Jason Lance, you got Judd Danielson. Brandon Thornhill running 15th. Jeff Gilmore running 16th. John Pansula 17th. Wesley Whitfield running 18th. Hermie Sadler kind of hanging out in the back here in 19th. Bruce Pearson running 20th. Jared Daniels 21st. Brian Abbott 22nd. Gary Cleaver 23rd. Topper Dugas 24th. James Haney 25th, Will Prolix 26th, and Trent Drum 27th on the backstretch going into 3, while Scott Patton is coming out of turn number 2, putting a pretty sizable gap here on the field. Only 1 second, but here at Dover 1 second is quite a distance, as you can see Scott Patton just in front on the screen. Another battle coming here. Seth Ryder looks like he's going to make a move on Ken Richardson down into turn 3. Let's see if he can make it stick there on the bottom. So far looks good. Looks like he will almost get past the 16. We'll see. Probably complete the pass going into 1 and 2 here. He does as we look a little bit further back. Jeffrey Merck closing in on the number 9 position car of Andrew Schulte. He's gotten around Vernon Markheim struggling just a little bit now, falling back into 11th position. Jason Lance, Judd Danielson, and Brandon Thornhill right there. Thornhill getting past Wally Tierheimer. Wally Tierheimer now falling back slightly. John Pansula with a move to the inside of the 75 of Wally Tierheimer. Going to take over that top 15 position, puts him into the 15th position. Jason Maines still in 2nd position, pulling away from his teammate Elliott Sadler and Michael Jeans slightly, as we see a little further back. Challenge from the number 60 truck of Jeffrey Merck as he passes Andrew Schulte. Climbs up on the bumper of the 938. Looks like the 60 may have gotten a little touch of that wall there. 938 is going to stay up high. The 60 is going to come underneath. There goes Jeffrey Merck up into the top 9:38 now. Andrew Schultz also trying to work his way around the 9:38. Slips up the track just a little bit on entry. They both make it through okay. Ken Richardson fighting with Ted Wade. Here comes Jeffrey Merck. This is going to be interesting. All 5 of these trucks kind of all together right here. Richardson to the bottom against Ted Wade. These guys are running side by side. Richardson gets a little better drive off. That's going to allow him to slightly pull ahead of the 62. Here comes the 60. Kind of takes a lower approach than what normally you would like to see, but he does make the pass on the 32. The 32 is kind of getting freight train now as he's hung up there on the outside. That's going to push him all the way back to the 10th position. Here comes Vernon Markheim actually to put Ted Wade even further back. Jason Lance going to try to follow that same train as he goes through. Ted Wade's going to fall all the way now back to 12th position. He'll probably be able to get in line here once Jason Lance completes his pass. A little bit of misfortune there for Ted Wade. Got kind of caught on the outside with a lot of cars. As we look at Garrett Potts making a move on Ken Richardson. Jeffrey Merck, Andrew Schulte trying to charge forward, but they're 4.5 seconds back from the leader. As we take a look up at our leader, Scott Patton going through 3 and 4. He's got a nice little 1.8 second lead over the number 2 of Jason Maines. Elliott Sadler hanging right on the bumper of Garrett Maines. Michael Jeans currently running in the 4th position with Beth Ryder in 5th. Lap 21 coming up to 22 of 105 laps going to be in the books here. Looks like some of the trucks are starting to get a little bit tight. Saw somebody get up towards the wall. Here comes Andrew Schulter going to challenge Jeffrey Merck for the 6th position. And Jeffrey Merck not going to give it up very easily, but he does end up surrendering that position. Andrew Schulte finds his way up into the 7th position. Here comes the 938 truck of Garrett Potts. Vernon Markheim working his way back up in the top 10. Now in the 9th position. Ken Richardson has fallen all the way back to 10th. Jason Lance currently running 11th. Fred Danielson being pretty steady. He started in 13th, fell back to 14th, but is now back up to the 12th position. Check on Brandon Thornhill starting in the 15th position. He has not fallen back any. He's moved forward a couple of positions. John Pansula running in the 14th position after starting in 18th. Ted Wade really falling back here. He was running up towards the, I know in the top 10, I'm not sure exactly. It says he started 7th. I think he moved up a little bit. He's fallen back to the 16th position now. Meanwhile, we have a change for the top 3 positions kind of happening as we speak. Elliott Sadler just took over the 2nd position. Seth Ryder has taken over 3rd. That pushes Jason Maines back into the 4th position. Michael Jeans running in the 5th position. Andrew Schulte trying to track these guys down in the 6th position, trying to move on up. Jeffrey Merck and Garrett Potts running 6th and 7th. Vernon Markheim running in the 9th position, kind of all by himself. Then you've got Ken Richardson and Jason Lance. Take a look back at Scott Patton running up front, just going into turns 1 and 2. Kind of look at the rear of the field here. Will Prolix is now 1 lap down. Trent Drum is going into turn 3. He is 24 seconds back from the leader. I'm sorry, 22 seconds back from the leader. So not far from Scott Patton, putting him a lap down. Kerry Cleaver in 24th. He is 16 seconds back. James Haney, you can see it there on your screen, to the leader, 16 seconds back. Wesley Whitfield, 15 seconds back. Bruce Pearson, Wally Tierheimer up to the 20th position. Here comes Topper Dugas. After starting 27th, has moved up into the top 20. Jeff Gilmore started 16th, has fallen back a couple of positions. Ted Wade fallen back to 17th. Brian Abbott moving from 24th to 16th. John Pansulo started 18th, kind of steadily moving forward. He's up to the 15th position. Here comes Judd Danielson. I think he just lost the position to Hermie Sadler. He started 13th and is now in 14th. Hermie Sadler started 19th up to 13th. Brandon Thornhill started 15th, moved up 3 positions. Jason Lance, looks like he started in 12th and is now in 11th place. Ken Richardson, one of the big losers so far in this race. We get ready to complete lap 32 of 105. Jason Lance taking a look to his inside. Ken was running 10th position. This will be for the top 10 position. Started out 4th. Going to lose another spot here, it looks like, to Jason Lance, as Jason Lance tries to get down around him, but Ken's running pretty hard on that outside, making it a bit difficult for that number 86. Jason Lance able to go ahead and get around the 16. 16 will fall in behind him now. Jumping back forward to Vernon Margheim. Vernon Margheim, running in the 9th position, has caught back up to the number 60 truck. 60 looks like he's got a little bit of damage. That rear probably caught the wall, slowed him down a little bit. That allowed Garrett Potts to get around him. He's currently running 7th after starting up in 6th. Andrew Schulte running in the 6th position. Let's go on board and see what it's like to ride around this track with Andrew Schulte. So if you'll notice there, you'll see you'll hear some clutching going on. One of these drivers is in fuel conservation mode. Go on board with Jason Maines and see if he's doing the same thing. Nope, don't hear him pushing that clutch in. Let's ride with Scott Patton, your leader. No saving going on from your leader, Scott Patton. Out Seth Ryder, as we watch him get around this speedway. Seth has now moved himself up into the 2nd position, passing Elliott Sadler, who sits in 3rd now. Michael Jeans still in the 4th position. Here comes Andrew Schulte, passing Jason Maines for the 5th position. Another big mover, Andrew Schulte, starting in the 11th position, finding his way up to 5th. Jason Maines now back in the 6th position. Garrett Potts still running in the 7th position. He is 7 seconds back from the leader, Vernon Margheim, 9.2 seconds back. Jason Lance, Ken Richardson. Jeffrey Merck must have just come out of the pits. Jeffrey Merck being shown 3 laps down now after pitting. Like Scott Patton down pit road. Seth Ryder stayed out, so did many others. So Scott Patton down pit road, hoping that there won't be a caution. He's going to want this to cycle all the way through. As we watch Seth Ryder come around, that'll put Scott Patton 1 lap down right there. Quite a few trucks coming down pit road as we see the number 2 truck gonna go ahead. Here's the one that I'm curious about, the number 11 truck of Andrew Schulte. We heard him clutching it. We'll see how long he decides to stay out. Michael Jean's known for staying out late as well, so Scott Patton was able to get in and get off of pit road. He's back out on the speedway, being shown 1 lap down. Most other competitors are 2 laps down, so the speed that Scott had and able to kind of stretch a lead there has kind of set him up a little bit as we watch Elliott Sadler take over the lead. Andrew Schulte got by Michael Jeans. Michael Jeans has gone into fuel conservation. If these guys are going to try to do a 1 pit stop strategy, they're going to have to stretch it until lap 52 to 53. As we ride on board, we'll listen to the engine sounds of Andrew Schulte one more time and hear him on the clutch as he enters the corner. Jump forward to Elliott Sadler. He is your current leader. We'll see how much he is clutching. He's clutching just a tick longer than Andrew Schulte is. Michael Jean's still out on track. We'll kind of watch and listen to see what he's doing inside that cockpit. Definitely clutching there. The big question is, can they make it another 5 or so laps as we get ready to cross 48 of 105? This may have turned into a fuel strategy. Elliott Sadler out in front. Andrew Schulte running in the 2nd position. He is 2.5 seconds back from your leader. Michael Jeans is 3.9 seconds back. All on the same strategy. Jason Maines as well. Hermie Sadler. Looks like Werner Markheim's on the same strategy. Topper Dugas, Jeff Gilmore, and Wally Tierheimer. None of them have pitted yet. Also, Wesley Whitfield has not pitted yet. Wesley Whitfield just went 1 lap down. Comes Andrew Schulte. Elliott Sadler still out in front. Lap 50 coming to 51. Looks like they may be able to make it on 1 stop. Well, I'm not sure. I did just see the 08 truck of Michael Jeans come down. He was kind of doing the same thing that these guys were doing. Here comes Elliott Sadler. He will make it to 51. It will be 52 when he crosses the line in the pits, as long as he is not out of fuel. Andrew Schulte takes over the race lead. He stays out 1 more lap. So if Andrew Schulte can make it 53, he can make it the rest of the way. Will he come down pit road this time? Stays out yet another lap. I think that Andrew Schulte is saving as much as he can right now so he can go just a tad bit harder on the next run. Oh, Andrew gets... Something happened with Andrew that I missed there. Comes off of the corner. Oh, he goes to move down the track, I think, to move out of the way, and ends up getting in. The 08 actually ends up getting into him. Did he get it slowed down in time? That will be the question. Go back to live timing. The 11 of Andrew Schulte on pit road getting his service done. Scott Patton inherits the lead. He is back out in front. Seth Ryder is being scored in the second position. Ken Richardson now being shown in third. Ted Wade in fourth. Judd Danielson fifth. Jason Lance sixth. Elliott Sadler's falling back to seventh. John Pansula up to eighth. Brandon Thornhill running ninth. Jason Maines 10th. Jason Maines is being scored. Last car on the lead lap, as you see Scott Patton right there on the screen. Scott Patton trying to put the 10th place car of Jason Maines one lap down. Brian Abbott currently running in the 11th position. These cars are all one lap down. Michael Jeans, Andrew Schulte, Bruce Pearson, Hermie Sadler, Copper Dugas, Jeff Gilmore, Wally Tierheimer, James Haney, and Jeffrey Merck. Jeffrey Merck about to be 2 laps down. Kerry Cleaver is 2 laps down. Will Prulix 2 laps down. Brent Drum 23rd, 2 laps down. Vernon Margheim, I think he just did another pit stop. Not positive, but I think he just did another pit stop. That puts him 3 laps down. And Garrett Potts is 4 laps down. Wesley Whitfield has taken it to the garages. So has Jared Daniels as we go back to the front. Scott Patton currently your leader, but Seth Ryder in the second position. Holy cows, did you guys see Andrew Schulte on newer tires? Look at that. Andrew Schulte, who I think can make it the rest of the way, is going to try to go unlap himself here. That would put him at the tail end of the lead lap and pass Scott Patton. And if he can make it, boy, this would be this will be very interesting. So Andrew Schulte unlapping himself, and he's going to continue to march forward, looking for the top 10 position as he gets to the back of Brandon Thornhill. He's going to try to pass Brandon here. Scott Patton's lead is shrinking to the number 2 truck. Seth Ryder down to about 0.6 of a second. And running in the 3rd position is Ken Richardson. Jason Lance 4th, Elliott Sadler 5th, Ted Wade 6th, Jason Maines 7th. Flop those two. Jason Maines is actually now in 6th, Ted Wade now in 7th. John Pansula running in the 8th position, about to be overtaken by Andrew Schulte. That'll put John back to the 9th position. Here comes Brandon Thornhill and a whole gaggle of cars. Leader is in traffic right now. .46 going to come under pressure here from the number 2 truck. Looks like the number 2 truck may just flat out be a little bit faster right now. Scott Patton looked very good early on. The tire difference between the two is just 2 laps difference. Scott Patton pitted 2 laps earlier than the number 2 truck of Seth Ryder. These two are kind of in a league of their own. Got a 15-second gap between Jason Lance in 3rd place and your leader. Ken Richardson now back into the 4th position. Elliott Sadler 5th. Jason Maines 6th. Andrew Schulte 7th. John Pansula now 8th. Ed Wade 9th. And Brandon Thornhill rounding out your top 10. Ryder has taken over the top spot from Scott Patton as he works to put the number 68 truck 1 lap down here. Brandon Thornhill's gonna put up a fight, it looks like. Not gonna just let the leader go. Does decide to let him go here in turn 1. Scott Ryder leading his first laps here at Loose Lug Nuts. Scott Patton now the underdog, riding about 0.6 of a second behind the number 2 truck. But I think the man that's got it, might have it figured out, is that number 11 truck of Andrew Schulte. As we see more trucks heading down pit road. I think that was John Pansula. Yes, John Pansula coming down for his final stop. And I think that this is where things are really going to shake up hardcore. Your leaders are going to have to pit. I'm positive of that. They can't stretch it. First one that could possibly stretch it all the way would be that truck right there, Elliott Sadler. Though he did pit 2 laps earlier than Andrew Schulte, he may be able to clutch it and make it to the end. Just for reference, Seth Ryder in first and Scott Patton, they both pitted around 30 to 32 laps ago. Jason Lance pitted 28 laps ago. Elliott Sadler pitted 20 laps ago. Andrew Schulte pitted 18 laps ago. So we know that he ran the first section of the race and made it to just, I think, about three laps past halfway. So he can definitely make it on this one stop as long as there's no caution. That will definitely be interesting to see how it all shakes out. Schulte now up into the 4th position. Lance 5th. Jason Maines 6th. Ken Richardson back to 7th place now. The last car on the lead lap with pit stops happening and everything else. Brian Abbott now in the 8th position. You can see the 68 truck of Brandon Thornhill went down pit road. He is now back out on the speedway. Andrew Schulte kind of closing the gap a little bit. He was about 16 seconds back. Now he's about 15 seconds back. But he does have much newer tires. And if we go right on board with him, you're going to hear him already clutching. There you can hear him clutching. He's saving fuel now. I think this will be a battle between Andrew Schulte and the 29 in front of him of Elliott Sadler. So really now it's just a matter of how long will the 2 stay out before he decides he's going to come to pit to get his last set of tires and fill it up full of fuel. Scott Patton now pitting, and the 82 truck was slow. I don't know if he missed pit road. Let's find Brian Abbott and back up and see what happened here. Not sure if I think he was trying to come down pit road and didn't get it slowed up. Couldn't get down pit road. He tried. Luckily that didn't bring out a caution. I'm very surprised actually that it did not. So Scott Patton comes down pit road, leaves Seth Ryder out there leading here. I'm sure he will probably run it dry, knowing, nope, he's coming down pit road this time. That is going to cycle this all back to this guy right here, Andrew Schulte. Now a bunch of cars become unlapped because of your leaders pitting. Andrew Schulte was in 3rd position and he was quite a distance back. Here's Jason Maines. Now he's got 4 more laps on his tires, meaning he pitted 4 laps earlier than Andrew Schulte. He could possibly still make it if he's clutching really hard. But I'm sorry, Elliott Sadler is actually your leader. Andrew Schulte is still riding in the 2nd position. Jason Maines now 3rd. Topper Dugas 4th. Fermi Sadler 5th. Wally Tierheimer up to 6th. Jeff Gilmore 7th. Brian Abbott 8th. Bruce Pearson 9th. Seth Ryder came back out and he is currently running in 10th position. 1 lap down to your leader. Now moves up to the 9th position. Bruce Pearson coming off pit road. Scott Patton has made it past him. He's in the 10th position now, 1 lap down as well. So Brian Abbott is being shown 1 lap down. And on pit road, Elliott Sadler still out in front, 84 of 105 laps. He's got about 21 laps to go. That would be 53 laps. That is something that Andrew Schulte did manage. So Elliott Sadler going to probably try to make it here. Cars are starting to get very spread out. Got a battle going on back here. Seth Ryder still being shown 1 lap down. He's got to catch the leaders, pass them, and go all the way back around to have a shot at the win here. While I believe, I'm pretty sure that the top 7 drivers make that 6 drivers now. Top 6 drivers: Wally Tierheimer, Hermie Sadler, Topper Dugas, Jason Maines, Andrew Schulte, and Elliott Sadler are all going to try to make it on fuel. With 19 laps to go, don't expect to see them come down pit road. Here comes that number 2 truck on your screen. Seth Ryder going to put himself back on the lead lap the hard way. With 18 laps to go, he will have to run some pretty quick lap times, which he just ran a 23.227 and your leader ran a 21.532. So You do the math on that, that's not going to be enough for him to catch the leaders if the leaders continue at the pace that they're at. Plus, there will be tire fall off, so over the course of the next 17 laps, the number 2 truck there will not be able to run those same lap times. Scott Patton now unlapping himself and going to go after the 6th position there of Hermie Sadler. Topper Dugas just went a lap down. I'm sorry, he did not. I apologize. He did not go a lap down. He is 21 seconds back from your leader. Scott Patton, Seth Ryder, they are 20 and 21 seconds back from the leader. Jason Maines is coming down pit road, so he is not going to try that strategy. I believe Andrew Schulte and Elliott Sadler are going to attempt to make it the rest of the way on fuel with just 14 laps to go. We'll watch this battle between the two and many of these other trucks out here as we're 3 wide through the center of turns 2 and 3. Scott Patton now up into the 4th position, but he's 20 seconds back from your leader with just 13 laps to go. Scott Patton doing everything that he can to try to get back to a podium position at this point, it looks like. Seth is about 0.8 of a second in front of Scott, and he is now 18 seconds back from your leader with 12 laps to go. Andrew Schulte is 3.7 seconds back from Elliott Sadler. Did Elliott Sadler save early enough to make it the whole way? Andrew Schulte being 3.7 seconds back. It's kind of curious to know if he can make it, because he's actually falling back. You know, he's letting cars go. Ten laps to go. Seth Ryder 15.9 seconds back from the leader right now. Scott Patton 16.8 seconds back from the leader. They got to make up a 1.5 seconds a lap. Elliott Sadler still your leader. Andrew Schulte 3 seconds back now. Looks like maybe Schulte is either coming on a little bit. It looked like he was closing it down, but maybe he's not. Hard to tell. 2.9 seconds, 2.8 seconds. 14 seconds now with just 9 laps to go. We'll time it at the line with Andrew Schulte. He is 2.8 seconds back right now. .4 seconds now. Elliott Sadler trying to hold on to that top spot. I do believe he's clutching it. He's probably going to have to clutch it the whole way. Andrew Schulte closing in ever so slightly. He's down to 2.3 seconds. But Seth Ryder 10 seconds and closing fast with 7 laps to go. I didn't think it could be done, but it could be possible. 12 seconds. Scott Patton 13 seconds back. Andrew Schulte now 1.9 seconds back with just 6 laps to go. Elliott Sadler clutching for a very long time. Andrew Schulte still 1.8 seconds back. Schulte in full gear here. Now 1.5 seconds back. Just 5 laps to go. He's got to make up a whole lot more time than that. Can Elliott Sadler hold on to win here? Can he clutch it enough to make it? With 4 laps to go at the line, Andrew Schulte closing in at a pretty decent pace. It could be right at the line, folks. Sadler trying very hard to save as much fuel and still go fast enough to retain that lead. 3 laps to go here at Dover, and Andrew Schulte is 1 second, less than a second back. He's actually 0.7 of a second back. He gained quite a bit there. Here we go. Coming into turn number 3 and 4 with just 2 to go at the line. Andrew Schulte gonna push. He's gonna get in the throttle and try to push Elliott Sadler, make him run out of fuel. Sadler in the gas the whole time. So either he's got enough gas to make it, or Andrew Schulte is gonna make him run out. The gap is just 0.2 seconds. Andrew Schulte coming to the white flag. Is Elliott Sadler, does he have enough fuel to make it all the way around one more time as the white flag comes out? Schulte is going to go to the high side. It's not going to work out. He does get a good run. May look underneath him here on the backstretch. He's going to dive down to the inside. Andrew Schulte takes over, as I believe Elliott Sadler just ran out of fuel. I'm pretty sure Elliott Sadler ran out of fuel. Andrew Schulte going to win, and Elliott Sadler will still finish second. Here comes third place of Seth Ryder. Wow, what an interesting finish. I kind of picked up that Andrew Schulte was going to attempt that. Very, very nice job by Andrew. We're going to get these guys in the waiting room and get ready to interview them. See if we can find... All right, we're going to start off with our third place finisher tonight. That driving on the track, his number was the number 2. For me, it's a 247. Got Seth Ryder up in the booth with me. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, you bring it home third place tonight. 7 seconds back after doing an additional pit stop. It works kind of both ways when you look at it. You know, the guys that stayed out there, they just ran overall slower. You guys just ran faster. You were able to come back and make a valiant attempt and complete or come across in the third position. Have not seen you before. It was interesting to see you out there. You're definitely giving Scott Patton a run for his money. At what point in the race did you kind of know what was going on with fuel strategy and who you had to beat? And, you know, did you think you had it won and they were going to have to pit again, that kind of thing? Talk to me about that.
Well, I made the decision pretty early. I was pretty committed to this T-stop. I knew I was quicker than Scott on the long run. I don't like leaving it up to chance. I was just not sure. I'd also been pushing for most of the first run, so I decided to stick with the one-stop, or the two-stop, excuse me. But I was pretty happy. I haven't raced in a while, so it was really, really fun to come out and do something, come out and race. And I had a blast tonight, but I guess one-stop was the way to go. But I was committed to two-stop through most of the race.
Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself out here tonight. We certainly enjoyed watching you and calling the broadcast, so thank you for that. I'll give you a chance to give a shout-out to anybody you'd like to.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. I got to thank HAR Towing for sponsoring me, for being on my truck, my Cup car. So I really appreciate that. All the guys at Sadler Esports. Some special sponsors I'll be able to thank in a few weeks here, but I'll definitely be back again. Thank you for having me.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations on third place finish.
Thank you.
All right, and that was your third place finisher of the evening, Seth Ryder. Not sure if we got the right guy or not. I'm going to try it here. We're going to see if he's on the line. We got the 29 of Elliott Sadler. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, we do have you. So I saw earlier in the race, kind of looked like you and Andrew and maybe a couple other guys were clutching and maybe going to try to make it on the one stop. I had noticed that Andrew went a couple laps longer. There at the end, it looked like he was able to push, and it looked like it may have kind of pushed you to go ahead and try to stay in front of him. Looks like you ran out of fuel coming into 3.
Yeah, Andrew did a good job, I think, in the first part of the race, saving more fuel than I did, so he could run a little bit further. I was pushing my truck too hard to keep track position the first 20 laps. And then once I started clutching, I might have waited too late and knew it was going to be close. And then I started trying to gauge there at the end of the race, trying to keep a little bit of distance between Andrew and myself, and also was watching Seth Ryder and those guys coming as well. They were fast and trying to time it all. But I think the middle part of that run, I ran 5 or 6 laps not clutching, and that kind of bit me a little bit. I was trying to create some space. So all in all, I had fun. I love racing here at Dover. Guys did a good job putting this on. We just came up a little short tonight, but definitely a lot of fun and strategy into it.
Well, we appreciate those kind words, and awesome to see you finish on the podium. This is the first chance that I've actually gotten to interview you. So tell us a little bit about ESE or Elliott Sadler Esports and your sponsor there on the truck sim seats.
Yeah, we got a great race team, man. I mean, my son and I really started getting involved with iRacing, probably about 10 months ago, and fell in love with it and thoroughly enjoyed it and decided to start our own team. And now we got a couple guys that are running in the Coke Series coming up here in a couple weeks. So our guys work really hard together. We got a good race team, good bunch of guys, and we fought our way through Road to Pro and then the Pro and now to the Coke Series, and thoroughly enjoying that experience. So we get to have a little fun on the side as well. So all in all, it's been a lot of fun, and we want to keep it going. Had a couple ESE guys in here tonight, and I think everybody showed pretty well with a lot of speed and definitely had some fun.
All righty. Well, before we let you go, anybody out there you want to give a shout out to, sponsors, friends, family, anything like that?
My son Wyatt actually was on the keyboard for me tonight. He was my crew chief, and 10 years old. We were doing the math and working on the fuel and going back and forth between our fuel strategy and where we were on the standings and team, as far as time deficit. So my son did a really good job helping me tonight. I didn't do my job as a driver. Came up a little short.
All right. Well, copy that once again. Your second place finisher tonight, Elliott Sadler. Congratulations.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, and the man of the hour, pulling it off. I'm not going to say where did this guy come from because I saw it coming. I knew what he was doing. Andrew Schulte, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, there was no surprise for anybody watching the broadcast. I pretty much knew exactly what you were doing. I even thought that there was going to be probably an issue with Elliott possibly running out of fuel right there at the end. You did exactly what you needed to do. You saved enough fuel. Towards the end, you picked up the speed. You pushed him to drive a little bit harder because he had been clutching it. And when you finally went, it made him pick up the pace, and you ended up running him out of fuel and going into turn 3. So congratulations on that. Talk to me about your race.
Thanks. Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking getting there towards the end. We were hoping that it was going to stay green the whole time. Started saving about mid-run, the first run, and actually wound up running out of fuel on the backstretch before I came in the pit, just trying to save everything that I could and get an extra lap in. So I don't know if that hurt me or helped me there, but yeah, and then saving again in the second half until I saw that I was good to go, and then I put the hammer down because I saw Scott and Seth were coming, and I was hoping that they weren't going to catch us back up, which looks like they were within 10 seconds. So it was getting down to it, and Elliott ran a great race too. I didn't know if I was going to be able to catch him towards there at the end. I knew that fuel was going to be real close for both of us, and even still, I barely had anything coming across the line. So it was a great race.
Well, congratulations on a great strategy. Another night of green flag racing here. Obviously, I'm part of the admin team here, so it's always impressive to see you guys out there running clean. And even if there is a little bit of contact here and there, because you got a little bit of damage on the rear of your truck, and I saw where you were trying to move out of the way of the faster car, and the faster car moved down, and you just kind of met him there. So.
Yeah, well, and that's where I ran out of fuel too. It started sputtering there, and I was like, "Oh, I need to get out of the way," because I was not sitting in a good place there.
Gotcha. But you managed to save it. You were sideways on the track. You managed to save it. You got it down pit road safely without causing a wreck. So congratulations for that. And just in general, you guys do such a great job. It makes my job up here very interesting, especially with the 27 cars officially took the field tonight. So there was a lot to talk about. Thank you for putting on a great show tonight. Congratulations on the win. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before I let you go?
Appreciate it. Well, first of all, shout out to the whole field for keeping it green, and hope there was a lot of action and fun race for everyone out there to watch, because it certainly was fun behind the wheel. Thank you guys, Loose Lug Nuts, for putting this on, and John and you guys and all the admin that help out and make these shows great and a fun place to race. Shout out to the Bandit teammates. See Scott got 4th there, so that's pretty neat, and I think Wally made it on fuel too to finish with the top 10. So
yeah, you got a top 10.
Yeah, it was a good race today.
Alrighty, well, congratulations. Hope you enjoy it and go celebrate.
Thanks, sir.
All right, folks, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up here from Dover, as he does have just enough fuel left to do a quick little burnout. So congratulations once again to Andrew Schulte. We'll go ahead and we'll run the unofficial race results. Coming across the line in the number 1 position, Andrew Schulte, Elliott Sadler, Ryder, Patton, Lance in 5th. 6th was Dugas, 7th, Maines, Sadler, 9th. That would be Hermie Sadler in 9th. Ken Richardson in 8th. Ken Richardson 9th. 10th, Wally Tierheimer. Pansula in 11th. Thornhill 12th. 13th was Gilmore. 14th, Margheim. Abbott in 15th. Danielson comes across in the 16th position. Pearson 17th. Jeans in 18th. 19th went to Jeffrey Merck. 20th, James Haney. Wade finished 21st. 22nd, Cleaver. 23rd, Prulix. 24th, Drum. 25th, Garrett Potts. And 26th, Wesley Whitfield. Jared Danielson and Nick Reynolds both ended their nights early. That is going to wrap it up here from Dover Speedway. I hope you all enjoyed the race tonight. You can catch some more great racing action here on Extreme Sim TV with Loose Lug Nuts on Sunday night for our Cup Series. Max Speed TV does our Xfinity Series on Saturday night, and here on Extreme Sim TV you can check out much more action throughout the week. Hit the subscribe, check it out. You'll get a notification anytime we go live. Once again, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great evening.
And we are green. Even we start inside line with the edge.
Mark Jackson just slower than Wesley Holland.
Drivers around the corners as long